Oh my God! Yo, what's going on, y'all? TDC Universe here, aka TDC Glow, and welcome back to another video. Now, I know I've been gone for a while. I know. Let me explain. So you're just not gonna let me explain? You're just gonna sit here and just laugh at me? Alright. Look, I wasn't home at the time. I wasn't home for a week, to be honest with y'all. No, not a week, I'm sorry. 2 days, 2-3 days. I wasn't home for 2-3 days, and the other days, I was out doing stuff. Okay? I had to go out for Valentine's Day. You already know how that goes. I went on a picnic, so I wasn't really at home to do videos, but I live streamed 5 days ago. And there's gonna be a live stream again. But enough talking, because I talk too much in my intros. I do. We're gonna be reacting to Llama Arts. The link's gonna be in the description. I'm trying to find out how to get in contact with you through email or Instagram or anything, so I can, ask you permission to, watch your video so I don't get copyrighted. But I'm gonna put your links in the description so you don't, copyright strike me or anything. We're gonna watch like 4 or 5 of them because, my videos don't be long anyway. So we're gonna watch like 4 or 5 of them, maybe 3 if it's too long. So you already know what to do. Let's get started. Like, share, subscribe. And don't laugh at me jumping. Alright, y'all, so the first one is called Abduction Horror Story Animated. Like I said, it's by Llama Arts. I'm putting his links and stuff in the description. Hope y'all like how I'm doing it. If y'all want to make this a series where we watch like horror animated stories, because I don't know about jump scares unless there's a lot of people here. If y'all want to watch horror animated stories and watch me react to it, we can make that. Let's get it.
My name is Josh Roberts, and it's been a year since I was abducted. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was walking home from school.
First thing I want to say, for you to sit here and say you were thinking of, like, it's been a year or so, however many you said, since he's been abducted, you don't start something off like that. You don't.
Cool. It was about 6 p.m. and there was a full moon and a chill in the air. I stepped off the bus, and for the first time, someone else got off with me. I'd never seen this new kid at school before. I could hear footsteps behind me. I took a quick glance and saw the kid walking at a brisk pace. I thought he was following me, so I took a left, which wasn't my usual route. I looked around again and saw him take the same left. My heart started pumping and my legs started shaking at the sound of the footsteps as they got louder and faster. I then panicked and started running. I remembered a shortcut in the nearby forest to my neighborhood, so I ran as fast as my legs could carry me.
"Hey kid, wait up!"
said a heavy voice from behind me. I tried my hardest not to stumble on the logs and boulders in my path. I could hear the sound of sticks and leaves being broken by some fast, heavy footsteps. My legs started throbbing as the adrenaline wore off, so I took a detour towards a playground.
First of all, this is when you're supposed to have the heater. So you could just turn around, pop, pop, 2 times. Call the cops, he was following me. Don't listen to me. I ain't going down with y'all.
I stopped to catch my breath, looking around for somewhere to hide. Then it went silent. I was doubtful that I lost him. I took my phone out to call the police when I spotted a local news article. Caution. There is a suspicious man on the loose. He escaped the local prison and assaulted an officer. Beware. He may look like a teen, but he is in his 20s. If you see him, call 911 immediately and lock your door. My mind started rushing with thoughts, and I started to panic. All of a sudden, someone started choking me with their arm.
Oh my gosh.
I tried to fight back, but they were so strong.
Hit him with the elbow! Your elbow's free!
It diminish as I slowly blacked out. I awoke to
Y'all
find
characters,
myself
y'all
in
need
a
to start
dark,
using y'all
damp
elbows,
room
man.
that looked like a basement. The floor was hard and cold. There were no windows, but there was a staircase and a bathroom. I tried to move, but I was tied up with a thick rope.
You should have known he was
Yeah,
gonna tie
I
you up.
got him. How much was the deal? 200?
Listen, you gotta do a little better than that. Okay, fine. You'd better bring the right amount.
Or you'll be tied up like that kid.
What? Are they selling me? The guy sounded mad and anxious with whomever he was talking to. Right
selling
after he
kids
hung
now?
up, he opened the door and walked down the stairs with an evil
Oh,
smile.
hell no.
Let go of me!
No, he got
I
it.
exclaimed as he taunted me. My arms started to fall
You know he
asleep
do
due to the
retarded stuff
tightness
like
of the
that.
rope. He came closer to me and I spat in his face. He looked at me in sheer rage.
Dumb as hell.
Then the doorbell rang, followed by pounding on the door.
Don't people know? Don't you watch movies where you see them spit in their face and they get shot, stabbed, or punched? What's wrong with you?
The guy grabbed some tape and shut me up before I could scream for help. He slowly backed off, signaling me to keep quiet, and ran towards the front door.
Damn.
I looked around, trying to see
Who
what I
was
could
banging
use
on
to
that
untie
door?
these ropes. I spotted a rusty, sharp edge sticking out of the wall. This was my one hope. I successfully got up and tried with all my might to reach it. As I was trying to cut the rope from my hands, I could hear the commotion upstairs getting heated. I managed to free myself from the ropes when I heard the front door slam. The silence was terrifying. I was frozen in fear. Footsteps started coming towards the door.
Can you get them
Choked
off
and
your
shoved
legs?
back to my original position, arms behind my back, wrists tightly locked together. Now where were we? Said the man. He walked towards me, grabbed my ankles, and started dragging me when the phone rang. He dropped me instantly and charged upstairs. I
Why
wasn't
you-
going to lose this opportunity. I untied my feet,
There you go.
grabbed the closest thing to me, and hid behind some boxes.
There you go.
Now where did you go? He said as he stampeded down the stairs.
Hit a home run. Hit a
I heard
home
him
run.
getting closer to where I was hiding.
Hit a home run.
I bolted up from behind the boxes and saw him checking the bathroom.
Okay, dip.
As he walked out, I struck him over the head with a pole.
I
He
was
stumbled and fell to the floor. Crimson red pooled around his head. I ran upstairs and out the front door. I stumbled my way to the closest house,
Okay.
screaming.
Okay.
A woman thankfully opened
Knock
the
the
door.
hell out of him.
She
Yeah.
was shocked and fearful.
What
when
you're
she
supposed
saw
to
me.
do.
The police were called and I was rushed into the hospital. They're still looking for that man, even to this day.
See, Llama Arts, that was a good story. That was a good story. One, he should have been ran when he went in the bathroom because he don't know. Dude could have knew he was behind the boxes and caught him. Again, sometimes it happens like that. Two, I mean, like, you should have untied your legs on the first try instead of the second time because you don't know, he could have, if that phone would have never rang, he would have just ended you right there. You never know. I would have done it on the first try. That's just my opinion, but I mean, we're gonna go into another story. I'm kind of digging this. Okay, this animation is called School Lockdown Stories 2. I don't know what the first one is. I'm gonna look for the first one. This is a whole 2 years ago. Like I said, I used to watch Llama Arts, but I stopped because I got scared. But I only watched like a couple animations from Llama Arts. I didn't watch all of them, so this, like I said, School Lockdown. Let's get to it.
I'm 22 years old, fresh out of college, and I recently got a job at my old high school as a sort of computer intern in the school basement. The basement of the school is very messy and disorganized, but there is a small 3-person office that's actually very nice down there. It has 3 nice big desks, 2 mini fridges, a flat screen TV mounted.
Why are the offices on the downstairs? Why?
On the wall, and oh so satisfying air conditioning, a luxury the students and teachers cannot enjoy in the school.
Damn!
And of course all the school servers and other computery stuff. I got the job because 3 of my old computer
well, I got the
teachers
job right
flat
now.
out adored me. I could actually consider them as real friends, not just teacher figures, so they all helped tremendously in landing me this job. It's been great, until something that happened a few weeks ago. My two co-workers that shared the office with me, Dave and Gary, weren't in the office at the time. They were upstairs working on papers or whatever.
See?
I was eating my
When
sandwich
everybody's
during my
upstairs, you
lunch
better go
break
up with
when I
them.
got a phone call from one of the women in the front office telling me the school was on lockdown and that somebody, possibly armed, had entered the school. There wasn't much that I could do other than turn off the lights because, surprisingly, as nice as this little office was, it didn't have an actual door to it, just a big opening, and
And you decided to agree to be on the downstairs. I'm telling y'all niggas retarded in these stories. I'm telling y'all.
door to the whole basement didn't even have a working lock. For my own safety, I did turn off all the lights in the office and my computer screen. I kept my phone on the desk, texting both Gary and Dave, but they wouldn't respond.
Put it on silent.
I sat down there in the dark, playing games on my phone for like 20 minutes,
Put it on
waiting
silent.
for the call from up front to tell me to resume working. I had no idea what was happening. I couldn't hear what was going on upstairs from down here. But I was not allowed to make any calls until I was informed that the
I would
lockdown
put
was
my phone on
over.
silent.
Then the noisy basement door opened.
Oh my gosh, that actually kind of scared me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh my gosh.
The creaking echoed across the basement and into my office. I sat up from my seat, wondering if I should call out Gary or Dave. I was eager to get some info from them. Someone then came running down the stairs, and their footsteps were approaching my office.
Bro, I keep
I
thinking it's
pushed away my
behind
chair
me,
and crawled
bro.
under my desk.
Chill.
Somebody entered the office but did not turn on the lights. There was just silence.
It's supposed to be.
I can't even describe the fear I was experiencing. I felt like if I made one sudden noise, I'd be a dead man. Suddenly, my phone dinged as I got a text message.
Turn your phone on silent.
I felt my entire world shrivel up and die at
I
that
told
one
you.
moment as I clenched my teeth in
Shouldn't that be
fear.
the first thing to hit your mind if you got your phone?
Footsteps suddenly moved closer to me until I finally dove out from under the desk in capitulation, begging whoever it was not to kill me. And just then, someone grabbed my arm and pulled me
No,
up.
he didn't kill you.
It was some guy in a red plaid
Oh.
button-up, jeans, and a reddish-black cap. He told me,
cap.
"It's okay, I'm just down here hiding with you." "What's going on up there?" I whispered to him. He kind of ignored my question and asked me if there's an exit
I mean,
down
he's
here.
looking like this
I told
the
him,
whole
"Yeah,
time.
around that way."
You should know that.
Before he could
Buddy,
do anything
suspicious.
else, I asked him, "Who are you?" There was a brief moment of silence. Before he
Making up
started
something.
explaining he was coming in to pick up his son when a teacher told him to hide. After his explanation, I checked my phone and saw the text
I mean, my bad. I turned away and then turned. But if a person's doing this before they explain something to you, I would run or punch him or something. Because if he's just doing, I can understand if I asked him the question, he right away just started answering. He's moving his. Okay, cool. That's hard to, determine if he's the one that's shooting or has the armed weapon or the one that's hiding with you. But if he's just, you gotta go.
received was from Dave. It said, "Dude, this is fucking crazy. Some guy with a gun shot Mr. Buckley. He's wearing a red shirt and a hat. Whatever you do, don't come upstairs." I was about to reread that text out loud to the man until I realized. I looked up and felt my stomach sink. The man seemed to catch on to my suspicious stare. Panicking, all I could think to do was to run for the upstairs.
I would have pushed him down.
A gunshot echoed through the basement, and I could hear the bullet ricochet off something metal in the darkness. But
See?
thank God the bullet
See?
missed me, and I made it upstairs. Fortunately, police were waiting at all exits, including the basement exit, and caught the man the second he opened the door. More good news, our teacher, Mr. Buckley, survived the gunshot. It was
Okay.
later determined that the man and Mr.
He's from the
Buckley had
streets.
some beef for whatever reason, but that was never revealed.
He's from the streets.
All we know
that's
is that
why.
Mr. Buckley couldn't have done anything that would have warranted this kind of reaction. And I know that the sound of that
Mr.
gunshot
Buck.
will forever echo in my mind.
That boy put that heater to his head. I mean, that's kind of it. My opinion. First off, I think what I'm gonna do after every animated horror story, I think I'm gonna put my opinion at the end. I don't know. Comment if you like when I put opinions at the end. My opinion is I would have pushed him or punched him hard enough to knock him out, or at least get him stumbling or something. Cause, buddy, you just running and he got that heater. If he had aim, his aim sucked. But if he had better aim, dog, he would have shot you, dog. He would have hit you. And that'd have been it. Next story. Oh my. Oh my gosh, that scared the hell out of me, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I might take one headphone off for this one, dog. I ain't gonna lie. I might take one headphone because that was hella loud. That was hella loud. Okay? And I'm a very jumpy person. This one I'm taking one off. This one I'm taking one off. Hell no. But this story's called Sleepover. Story's animated. Get into it.
This happened when I was 15 years old. My best friend Anthony wanted me to come over for the night since his parents would be gone all weekend. I rode my bike over and put it in his backyard before letting myself in through his back door. We played basically every video game he had, from
Damn, bro. Y'all not even gonna clean up the mess that you just made? Knocked over cup and everything? I would have beat you when I came home.
FIFA all the way to Call of Duty, with popcorn and other junk food spilled out all over the floor. As the night progressed, we moved
got
from
beat
video
when I came
games
home.
to watching half a movie and getting bored, to doing prank calls at close to 10 o'clock. Anthony made a
Still
few
do prank
calls to
calls?
different pizza
Comment if you
places.
still do prank calls.
When it was my turn, I just dialed a few random numbers in hopes to get someone at their house. On, say, my fourth attempt, I finally reached somebody. A guy with a deep and rough voice picked up, answering with a yeah instead of a hello. Anthony's laughing in the background made me stumble with my words mid-sentence, ultimately cracking up into laughter. I had never done a prank call, so I sucked at it. The guy on the other end was silent. I regained a straight face and tried to continue with the call. It went something like this. Sir, would it be alright if I borrowed one of the wheels from your car? What's your name, kid? My name is Bob. Really? You sure it's not Anthony?
RP that kid. Bro, do you know how paranoid I would be at living at all if somebody just said my name after I didn't say my real name? I just made up a fake name. Do you know how paranoid I would be? Hey, hello. You know, do you need your refrigerator fixed? What's your name? It's William, sir. Really? You sure your name's not Vince?
It hit me like a brick. I looked up at Anthony, whose face was noticeably full of fear.
That nigga even know.
I hung up the phone, not wanting to be on the line with whoever that was for another second. Anthony, who the hell was that? I asked him. I don't know.
You said you
he
dialed
told
random
me.
numbers. How you gonna say?
Does your caller ID info display your name or something? No,
He's
it shows my
Anthony.
dad's name.
Oh, that's over with. That's
He hopped
over
on the
with.
computer and did some research, trying to figure out how it was possible to get someone's name through their
That
phone number.
nigga.
It didn't make sense
He
how
got
he
your
could
IP,
get
that's what that
Anthony's name
means.
so quickly. He was way too young at the time to be on any of those personal information sharing websites. We ended up asking a question on Yahoo Answers, since no one had a similar experience. The question turned up no answers. I suggested
I
he
don't think
call
it
his
would turn up
dad,
any answers.
but he said he wasn't supposed to have anybody over for the weekend, so he didn't want to call. We planned on sleeping in the living room.
Hey. Let me tell y'all something. Pops, I know you're gonna see this. If I ever... Let me tell you something a little bit about my pops real quick. My pops does not like lying. Anybody doesn't like lying, okay? My pops is very strict on if you lie to him, okay? So if I ever brought a friend, if I ever snuck a friend in my house when I was little, or like 15, if I ever snuck somebody in the house, and this happens,
Yo, Pop, I got somebody over here. Somebody knows my name over the line, too. I don't know who they are.
on sight, I'm snitching on myself. Ain't nobody, no, hell no, I'm snitching on myself. I'm not about to be paranoid for the rest of my life.
Room, so we just resumed watching the movie that we hadn't finished from earlier. Right after the phone call had left my mind, me and Anthony looked at each other when we heard his front storm door opening, and then the doorknob to the front door began to turn. It only was able to turn about halfway before the lock restricted it.
I told you I had
Anthony
the
turned
IP.
off the TV, and I went over to the window to see who it was. I spread the blinds open. There was a tall guy standing outside.
And he got a
I
van.
noticed the blinds moving and turned to look at me.
Oh my God!
I practically threw the blinds back into place. Me and Anthony hid in the kitchen, listening for any more noises. We heard the sound of the gate to the backyard opening, as it was right outside the kitchen window. God damn it, I said.
Grab the
I
knife!
got to shut the back door. Anthony,
We will no longer be friends. Ever. Nigga, you forgetting to lock my back door? And you just did a prank call, nigga? I will beat you every single day at school.
urged me to run and shut it. I made it to the hallway leading to his back door and froze. There was a silhouette standing outside the back door.
You thought you gonna make
I don't
it?
think he noticed me, but
You been hard to
he
gate.
was surely looking into the house. He opened the door and stepped inside. I tiptoed to the kitchen and motioned for Anthony to follow
Grab
me
the
upstairs.
knife.
We made it to his room as quietly as possible, pulling the door shut to avoid making any noise. We crawled under his
Why does
bed.
this room got cobwebs?
He had cloth covering the bottom of his bed, so you couldn't see anything under it unless you actually moved the cloth. The doors downstairs all opened, each one getting closer to the stairs. Thumps finally
God.
began up the stairs, and he was right outside.
Oh my
the door
gosh,
now.
bro.
The door to the room opened. I could hear Anthony's breathing. It was too loud. Footsteps moved over to the closet, and then the
God.
closet opened. I could hear the coat hangers being slid around as the fabric of the jackets and coats rubbed against each other. Footsteps moved over to the bed and stopped. I felt like my heart was about to explode out of my chest. Anthony's breathing was too loud. I had to cover his mouth with my
You
hand.
should have been done that.
Nothing but silence in the room now. We laid still for so long, I almost thought he wasn't even in the room anymore. I moved my hand away from Anthony's mouth and whispered in his ear, "You think we can make a run for it?" He was about to answer when the most disturbing, memory-haunting scream I'd ever heard filled my ears as Anthony was seemingly dragged out from under the bed. I crawled out and saw him struggling with the man. I desperately looked for anything to use as a weapon. I settled with the
There you go.
screwdriver sitting
Stab
on his
him.
nightstand. I hurried over to the man and drove the screwdriver into
There you
his
go.
back. He let go of Anthony as he let
There
out
you
a
go.
scream of agony, giving us time to get the hell
beat
out
him
of the
down.
house. Running onto the road would give away our position
I'd have
too
knocked him
easily.
out. I'd have
It
knocked
took
him
too
out.
long to make it to his neighbor's house.
I would have
We
stomped him.
dove for the tree line in the woods and took cover behind
Stomp.
a bush, watching the house. The back door opened as the man stepped outside, looking around the backyard. He then looked out to the woods. I felt his eyes pass me as he scanned through the tree line. It seemed that it was too dark for him to see us. Then, he turned his head back in our direction. I ducked behind the
He
bush.
seen y'all. He's just trying to make it look like he did.
Joe, he's coming. What? Dude, get up, we gotta run. He was right. The man was approaching us fast. How could he have seen us?
Nigga,
We ran through
oh
the
my
woods
God, my
with the
shadow
leaves
just scared the
crunching
hell out
under
of me.
us, giving away our position.
See, this is why I don't watch this alone, bro. My shadow just scared the hell out of me. I gotta do this with other people. I'm not doing this alone.
When Anthony tripped over something, I crouched down with him, hoping we had run far enough.
Anthony would have got
Not
left.
even 20 seconds later, Oncoming footsteps from the direction we were running from came fast. They slowed
freaking
down
God.
only 2 trees away from us as we lay face down in the leaves.
Anthony would have got left.
Moments later, the footsteps take off in another direction. We waited until we could no longer hear them and took off back in the direction of the house. While running, over the sound of leaves crushing and my heavy breathing, I could swear I heard leaves crushing from behind us. We made it back to his backyard, into his house, and this time remembering to shut the back door.
Lock everything.
We were now able to call the police. Anthony stayed on the line with them, while I patrolled the back windows, making sure nobody was out there. It was so
Oh my
dark
gosh,
there,
bro.
I couldn't see anything. So I
My
did
wire.
something that seemed stupid
It
today.
was moving, so
I turned on his backyard lights, and immediately in the distance, over by the woods, I saw him, standing in front of a big tree. He turned off back into the woods and disappeared out of sight. That was the last time me or Anthony ever saw him. I would be lying if I told you we heard the occasional knocks at our windows or something cliche. No, that was it. 5 years have passed and nothing has happened. Do I wonder if it was somehow linked to the prank call? Maybe. Does it make sense? Not really. But yeah, this was the story of how me and my still best friend Anthony almost died during a break-in.
Let me tell y'all something. No, headphones coming off, we done. We ain't watching no more. Let me tell y'all something. One, Anthony would have got left. You trip and fall, boy, I'm black. I'm gonna keep running. You better get up and keep running with me. This is not no scary movie. You better get up and keep running with me. I'm not picking up nobody. I'm not stopping and turning. Hey, come on, we got no. You got your own 2 legs. You better get up. You don't need no help. 2, why the hell are you still in the same house? He knows the IP address. And on top of that, you ain't even go to cops. I'm not a fan of cops, okay? There's some cops out there that don't do nothing to people, okay? And I applaud those cops for that. But I'm not a fan of cops, but still, yo, hey, there's somebody in my backyard. He know my IP address. Can you come search the woods real quick? You can't find them? I'm not coming back to this house. You better relocate. You relocate into a whole nother freaking state, country, county. I don't care. You better relocate fast as hell. Because he knew your name on the phone and you weren't even the one on the phone. I thought it was the dude on the phone that's name was Anthony. You weren't on the phone and he knew your name. And IP. Number 3, when you stabbed him with that screwdriver, y'all should have been stomping him out till he couldn't damn near wake up. Because he could have still had something on him. He could have easily turned around and beat the hell out of y'all or killed y'all or something. And then he could have easily caught up to y'all if y'all didn't run out quick enough. I would have kept beating him. I would have kept stomping him out. Okay, y'all ran away. Y'all got away. Okay, cool. But I would have stomped him out and be like, yo, dude in my house, you come get him. He tried to kill me and my best friend. And that'd have been it. Hey man, I hope y'all enjoyed this. I know y'all probably gonna be enjoying me jumping at almost damn near everything, especially in that one. But we back on the reactions. Like I said, I'm sorry that I wasn't here for like 5 days. I wasn't home. But hopefully y'all enjoy. Please like, share, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. We almost at 200. We are 9 subs away from 200 subscribers. Just share with your friends. Like, I be seeing people go on my Instagram and like one of my quick clips of Outlast 2 got 6,000 views. Another clip I had 2,000 views. I'm like, you viewing it, but go to the channel, go, watch the video. You know what I'm saying? I know live streams is like a whole hour. Nobody who wants to watch an hour unless you're really bored, you eating snacks and stuff like that. It's like don't be that person that just looks on on Instagram and don't go to the YouTube channel to support. Like, come on, y'all, come on. And sometimes on Instagram, I be like that too. Cause I get that many views and I don't get anybody that's following me back. But I'm not tripping because it takes time with this. But still, if you see it, go watch it, go support it, go share it with your friends. Trying to make this my life. Like I said, hope y'all enjoyed. I'm gonna do another one, but I'm not doing this alone again. I'm out. Peace.